Soko nzikingireko.
You first with
Coach Banana, good morning.
How are you?
This is a finals game, a national championship finals game between Nemo Stars. How prepared is your team?
Our team is prepared well, and so well, because if you see how we performed in the previous games at Indeje, we beat this team 3-0. So expect to just add on that. I know they have come to put that resistance and say that they win, but also we are prepared and ready to win this trophy.
Notable among the absentees is Moses the setter. Is this a big problem to your team?
Yeah, it is. It puts us a little down, but we have other setters. The club has more than 3 setters. So Mohanj Warren's there, Julius is there, Mose is there, but it's a bit down, it's sickly. But we shall perform well and we shall go.
Good luck to you, coach. Coach Tom, a very good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
Sports Volleyball Club did beat your team in the preliminary group games. How prepared are you to ensure that this team round?
Well, we've had 1 week of training and preparation, so whatever orders we made, we have corrected them on training, and so we're able to make amends for the defeat that they gave to us.
Kindly single for me out just one error that you've corrected coming into this particular final.
Our block was porous, yeah, so we'll try to work on the block the whole week. So
okay. I'll see you after the game. Good luck, coach.
Presentation of the release. The first referee is the senior national referee, Mr. Marcos Sobrero. The second referee is also FBB national referee of Uganda.
Yeah, this one was not on. Well, like there, please. Live and clear, go undecided on which subject.
Okay. A very good morning to you all, ladies and gentlemen. I want to welcome you to the first final of the National Club Championships, the 29th edition. And this one is between defending champions, Sportes, record champions, Sportes, and they'll be playing against Nemesis in Nemo Stars. These two teams, the last time they met, I think it was in a group game in Ndeje, and Sporters came the better of Nemo with 3-0. Today I'm joined by the former coach of KAVC, the lovely Memza, as she prefers to call herself on Twitter.
Yep.
You want to say hi to the viewers?
Good morning, viewers. We take off from where we left from at Ndeje last weekend, but this is the final. Anything can happen.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, as you can see on your screen, that is the team sheet for Sporters. There is Agaba there, the libero. There is Noahereza Julius, the Sporters setter. There is Engwao, Sam. There is Gum, Madut. There is Otim Dickens. There is Okia Emma. There is Muluri. There is Moses there. There is Tembo. There is Alan Jonathan Odong. And of course, we see the return of the mighty Warren.
I thought you were going to let me to announce that one.
Let me skip that. Of course, there is Duke.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jersey 4 Sporters is on court today. How
Surprise.
lovely it is. What a surprise.
When was the last time you saw him play?
I think, was it the other season?
Yeah.
Other season. I didn't see him last year.
And of course, the Nemo team. The Nemo team is up on your screen. Yes. We do have shot number 13, Apollo. Shot number 2, Smith. Shot number 4, Malinga. Shot number 7, Wellington. Shot number 11, Deo Gracious. Shot number 15, Stephen. Shot number 10, Opendi. Shot number 6, Fahad. Shot number 5, Salva. Shot number 9, Ivan Ongom. Shot number 8, Benon, the setter. Shot number 12, Derek. Shot number 17, Esau. And shot number 14, Brian. We can see team announcements, the first 6. And I'll let coach do the honors.
I think you all of you can note there that we have a change there from the Sporters lineup. As you can see, Jersey 2 has started on court. Who's on the setter? Do you want to tell me something? What is the strategy? I see Jersey 10, the DJ is starting outside. Do you think this is a strategy, or you think it's just an in-house plan, or there's something happening that we viewers may need to know about?
Well, it is, of course, a strategy. This is a final. You want to try out as many weapons as you can. And so we are trying out Julius first. Should things not happen as we want them to happen, then we bring in the DJ. And we have 2 DJs on bench. We do have Mose and, of course, the mighty Warren.
Oh yes, definitely. So let's see that let's see what happens there. And Nemo, obviously, last weekend we saw them in one of the games, starting in JB, and he seemed to do pretty well. The game that they played against KCCA.
Yeah.
But today they are back to default settings. What is it with default settings?
Yeah, well, the team that has been winning for you these trophies will always be the best team. I don't think it is very necessary for you to try out new things, especially if you come into a game like this one when you're the underdogs, because clearly, going by the previous result, Nemo are the underdogs in this one. But also, there is something I have observed from the Sporters team. Duke is a clear starter this time around.
Duke, the whole of last weekend, he was a clear starter. That one we've established.
Yes.
That one we've established. A new entrant, but for me, it's both of them now, him and the young man, Alan.
Alan, yes.
Yeah, it looks like they're now steady. They've now established, and I think it's a good thing to see these young players getting preference. And Kum is there as well. Well, Jonah is on the bench. I mean, what more can you want from a team? And then at the same time, we still have the mighty George on court for Nemo Stars.
Yeah.
And the whistle is going to go any minute from now.
Definitely. Julius is a very good server, that one.
Ongam easily gets a side out, and we can see the young libero, the young man saying my mind to the team Agaba there. But yeah, it's always a good feeling to get that first side out. You know, then that way you know how you've started in a game. Let's see how Smith chooses to save.
And of course, while speaking to the Nemo coach, he told me that they had worked on their block this past week. And so let us see how that particular block, considering that they're now going to defend this particular service.
Oh, let's keep stats. Let's keep stats of if that block can start well. Okay, they get a break point there, though not from defense. And they get blocked.
no surprises for me there, considering that there is Goom in there.
Yeah, he has very good height.
Yeah.
He's very good height. I also think that set was somehow tight.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
set was somehow too tight on the net. Yeah. So now it's that was a break point for Sporters. Let's see if a side out can come through. The young man has started struggling, as you can see early on in the game. And George gets blocked as well. It looks like Sporters has come to make a statement on those blocks and ease the defense by Julius there. And let's see if Goom can score. And Goom sends it outside.
And you can hear the noise in the indoor. People even keep moved with Vuvuzelas.
It's a big game. It's a big game, man. It's a big game. So what would you say? But I'm worried though. I hope the coach for Nemo has noticed that the young man has started on 2 shaky receptions.
The libero.
Yes.
Yeah. And unfortunately for them, I don't think they have a substitute libero who is as good
as the young man
Yes,
is.
the young man
as
is, yeah.
young man Brian is. And same way, the usual things that were used to leave one blocker, Sam knows how to just go across his shoulders and get that zone. But I really wanted to see that relationship, and so it looks like they've already established that relationship with the setter.
They have been training together, I presume.
That's a good thing, yeah.
Very good service, that one. Not a very good reception.
Sporters is already starting to have those touches on all the balls and even their floor defense.
You can see that was a very wise decision from the setter not to attempt to give the ball back in 4 because of the tall block of Goom.
Goom, yes, definitely. And he switched sides and got that touch.
And I think they will want to avoid Goom as much as possible.
Let's see how that goes. I feel like setters need just to see what the block has done and at least give attackers a 1v1 situation.
Oh, that is a very rare block from Wellington. When did you last see Wellington block?
Wellington had a couple of blocks last week, by the way. He did have, yes, he did have. Wellington, his strength is more in blocking than in attacking. Yes. Especially when someone goes like what Okia did. He didn't go for an angle. He just went straight up. So for me, that's taking the blocker for granted. And we see an ace following up there. It looks like Nemo are out to get the libero out because all the times they've been saving him. And now they finally, it has paid off because they got an ace. And confirming that, and it pays off.
Yeah, Wellington clearly didn't have a response to that one.
To that one, and now the score is 3-5 to Nemo leading.
Nemo clearly showing serious intentions.
Oh yes, they've tried showing serious intention in this game. Let's see what happens if the save pressure comes. That's not save pressure. If you give George to pat those, you will. Like that coming through.
Well, it was a short block for Esau. He would definitely claim that one 100 times.
That's true. I agree. That was quite a short block. But I also think the service pressure, as I always say, service pressure, middle attacking is a game changer. That's another good save there from Nemo. And
it's a very good block from Duke.
Yes, from
actually from Okia. It's from Okia, the middle blocker. Very patient.
I love the way they switch to push him out so that he goes on the middle blocker. So it's like they're telling Julius, keep going to the antenna. That he think there's no one, yet the middle blocker is coming to block on that space. And Smith gets the better of Alan there.
He actually has a lot of strength on that net.
Have you ever noticed though that this battle between setters and other position players, setters
Definitely. Setters.
win them most of the times?
I think setters have a height advantage. They've shot height advantage.
Really?
Mhm.
I feel like it's more of an awareness issue. And that's good defense by the young men. People may be laughing when they get the side out. So,
The young man took one for the team.
for me, he was on the position, though I'm not sure about his stance. Seems like he was too up, but it got up and they put it at a break point. And Nemo takes the lead 8-4. The service is paying. The service is paying. As we can see, they're eliminating the middles, but Alan manages to get a side out.
Of course, he uses the short block again.
I would do that all day, every day. There's a short block, I'll go over them. I mean, if I had the height. Thank you guys for watching. We see Betty Nakandi, we see Philip Ojog, Bernard, Isaiah. Thank you guys for joining us on this Sporters YouTube page where we're watching the final. And
I think I should have done better on that one.
I feel like the captain played better. He placed that ball.
That's what I'm saying. That
If he had attacked that ball, Okia was rightly positioned.
Mm.
Yes. So Okia bring a middle blocker, that movement. So that's what limited. Yes, he could have done better, but also the attacker saw that, okay, that person is already down and planted. They're not ready to move. So I'll place it. A good pass there. And still going for that short block.
And as you can see, what Alan is also doing is not his intention is not to drill that ball on court. He's simply looking to score the ball.
Yeah.
That's why he's using the short block.
That's why he's using the short blocking. Nemo still leading. Sporters serving at 6-9. The captain taking over the pass there, and a dump there that is defended easily by Akaba, and Alan sends it out, but someone wanted to try foul over a net, and Nemo get a freebie. I call that a freebie because you had defended very well, and now you've made your own error. That's a freebie. For me, Sporters is yet to settle. I don't know why.
I also look
They look nervous. They look shaky.
Mm.
And that one is easily taken.
And sadly, for games like this, by the time you settle, a team has already taken a set.
Team has already taken the set, yes. And that because I see Nemo is focused on that service, but Sporters, I'm yet to see one angle that is working. That they seem to be all over in their pass. They seem to be all over in terms of the choices they're making on attack. That's a good pass. Let's see. In some sense, that one out as well. Another unforced error. Do you think it was a set error?
Let's see. Oh, yeah. A little bit too high. Miscommunication from the attacker.
And the setter. Too high, but also not moving in the speed that I think Sam might have gotten it. But I saw also Alan throwing hands. What do you make of that? Because Alan is looking at the setter and is throwing hands. For me, it says a lot from someone who's watching, because already that's someone saying, you know what, we're giving up on our setter. Yet it's still the early stage of the set. Mm. So I hope the coaches notice that, because it means obviously for all the balls that the setter is going to set to Alan, him being someone who rarely starts, and already there's that disconnection.
I can see you have a fan here in Arsenal Kingdom.
Thank you, Arsenal Kingdom. I'm sure I know your name. I know your name, but I would love to know who you are exactly. Please write it down for me. But thank you for watching. We're live here. And it's good that we get to link through technology. But thanks to Sporters page for giving me this opportunity, but also for giving me the opportunity to make sure that my peeps back home watch. Mm. The passes are not really getting to the intended target there.
What should Sporters do really? You're a coach.
Sporters should pass well. The pressure of the service is there. Sporters should pass well, but whenever they get that opportunity, they should also really make sure they put the pressure on service. But some of those side attack errors there are really intentional. That's a good block from Sam.
Yeah, better block.
Ever reliable Sam. And like I said, if you look at Redman, he went straight. He didn't even send the thumb away, probably because he was towards going out, but he should have gone across his body to go down to 1. And that's a
Good vision
yes.
from Sam. And of course, good anticipation as well.
The tempo of the game is yet to increase.
Yeah. It's too low.
It's a too low a tempo for our men's game. The captain
Should be an easy pick up. It is.
Yeah.
Sporters get the free ball. Wisdom from Gum there. He chooses an easier thing to do.
Yes, but he also noticed that KP was also on his way moving. He saw that it was a dump. However, he anticipated that it was going to go behind the block. And when Gum noticed that, he sent it to his position.
Yeah.
So for me, both teams now showing that we're not really settled there, especially when service pressure comes.
And of course, now we are. What are the scores there?
The scores are 9-12. That's a good side out.
Yeah, it's a good hit.
It's a good hit there. That's a good hit there. Betty saying, let's go Nemo Stars. Betty, I know you're an all-weather Nemo Stars person through and through. Sam and Julius are yet to find that connection. They're yet to find that connection, because if it's the DJ Moses cooking those, Sam hardly ever sends those dumps. So I feel like the coaches need to really give us something when it comes to that. And we see SI as usual going high on top of that block and making use. This is a rare score for me. And don't worry, viewers, my commentator is a bit quiet, but he'll come around. He'll come around.
Arsenal Kingdom here is saying you gave him a jersey.
A net touch there from Gum, and Gum says, yes, I touched the net, and the score is 15-9.
This is good sportsmanship. Like I was telling you that last time, players have a habit of not accepting that they actually.
That's true.
It was a very good hit from Esau.
Yeah, very good.
Very good hit from Esau.
That's a very, very good hit.
And of course, the gap, you remember the first game?
Oh my goodness, Arsenal Kingdom is not from Zimbabwe. Arsenal Kingdom is actually a Ugandan. But thank you, Arsenal Kingdom, for masquerading.
You remembered you gave.
For masquerading as a Ugandan, as a Zimbabwean. I appreciate you. I know who you are now.
Interesting. I'll leave the two of you to battle it out.
And Maxwell Kasoza says the South African accent. Yes, I've got an accent. I hope though you can get my commentary. I hope we're giving you good commentary. They are Esau now.
And the better hit from
Ongom there. Yeah.
And of course, that is Ongom's favorite position.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Between 1 and 6, you leave that zone open and you go there all day, every day. Just don't leave anything open for Ongom.
I think it's very easy to block. Just zone him out. Wow.
Isn't done by Gum there. Esau's block shifts a bit and Gum says, thank you very much. I'll use that middle where you've left that tiny space from me. And this is what all the attackers need to do. You need to set what the block is saying. You need to attack what the block is saying. And a veteran is here. And for all viewers out there, if you didn't know, Sporters, the guy number 4 who's serving, or the man that's
Warren.
we call Sporters. I call him Sporters. Let's see what he can do for the team. He's coming for a double substitute with the famous Jonah. Let's see. I haven't seen Jonah play this year. Easily done by Ongombe. You could have done better on that block.
And it was actually double substitution. He came on with Jonah.
Oh yes, that's why I said the famous Jonah. Yeah.
And let us see what W does, as we usually call him. A
good cover there by Agaba, and they're gonna go doubles. So do you understand why they call these doubles when at times they don't? It's because he literally volleyed it and it went backwards. At times, if you make such doubles and they go in front, the referees might not charge. Spotters is just piling up pressure on themselves.
And you know what Nemo is doing? They know that WD has entered, so what they do, they serve hard such that he does not get the opportunity of setting.
Yes, as you could see there, he used a
volley,
a pump to a dig to set. And Agaba has been changed. We see JB coming in to pass. Let's see if JB can get it. JB also, that game is too tight.
Oh,
And
hope we don't have a...
Chuk went under the net and stepped on him.
It was a very good block, that one. It's like, oh. Yeah, but...
That was a tight set. That was a tight set. Good block, but seriously tight set. He looks okay. And Spotters is going to take a timeout. Do you think you are already missing Coach Mugi?
I don't think this is a coaching problem.
Okay.
Don't
Talk
think
to
it's-
us.
Yeah, I don't think it's a coaching problem. I think it's more to do with the players. Their ability to simply take the decision to receive that ball. And that's why you see they removed the other libero and brought on. He simply failed to receive. Yeah.
Joining us on live, we're on the Spotters YouTube page and we're watching the men's final for NCC's National Club Championship, Ugandan Volleyball Federation, when Nemo Stars is leading Spotters
By 19 now.
19-11. Spotters do seem to be complacent.
Yeah, they are taking things for granted. And just to tell you, that's the same thing that I got from the coach, who was very confident that having beaten them, Nemo previously, quite confident that they will do the same.
And me and you did talk about such in scenarios where you beat a team on group stage, and then when they
Yes.
final, we did talk about that and we emphasized that.
Yeah.
Let's see if Spotters will be able to turn around this game.
Oh.
We have someone here asking where is Coach Mugi. I'll let my colleague answer that.
I have Coach Mugi is on leave, but I will be back at the start of the league season. Once the league starts, we expect him to be back.
Okay, we'll be expecting him. The league is a few weeks from now, so we'll be expecting him. There's another pass that hasn't gone to the intended target, and Jonah chooses to easily send it there. Let's see if Esau can go. It goes high. That was
Very
a
poor
tight
set.
set, very
Yeah.
poor set.
From Wangom, but anyway, he's not a setter.
Yeah.
We'll pardon him.
But some of these things you should just practice. It's you send the ball to a zone. That's
Exactly,
what we teach
yeah,
the players.
yes.
We send the ball
Don't
to a zone.
attempt to set
be
a perfect
tight
ball.
set because
Yes.
you are not the setter. Anyway, let's see what Duke can do on the line. And just
Wow.
gone haywire. But as we always say, Smith will take anything. And Jonah easily scores. That's another break point, getting the Spotters closing down that big lead to 6 now.
6 points, yeah.
To 6 points now.
That was a very, very poor reception from the captain.
Oh, that was he sort of took the saver for granted.
Yeah.
Things have been going very well for them, and now he's taken the saver for granted. Let's
That
see
was
if
a
the
very
saver
good
can
service,
bring
a
it
well
back.
placed
Yeah.
service.
And this time it goes right on zone end. We see Esau dumping it to Jersey 4, the veteran Warren Bay, and they get to highway. We call the 20s highway there. We call the 20s highway, and that was an easy side out.
Yeah.
And I feel like the service pressure from Spotters slightly changed.
Yeah,
you can see now they're targeting the outside hitter, the outside hitters.
And if they can keep doing that, they can pick something off this particular set. It is not yet bad. It's a huge gap, but
Someone says, I think at this level, players can run the show well with less coaching. I agree. It's the run the show well with less coaching. However, it's reminders. Coaches need to send reminders because remember there is also the playing pressure. So in a game, it's not really coaching. It's called reminders. Reminders. What you'd have spoken about as a strategy, you want the players to keep remembering that.
Especially for the mature players.
Oh yes, definitely.
For the young players, it is coaching.
And I also agree that Spotters might be undermining their opponent here. They're really looking like they're not in a hurry, and Esau goes out there on an unforced error.
I can see Kirunji Ian saying that Sporters has to step up, guys. I see undermining in progress.
Yeah,
Yeah, he seems to agree with you.
yeah, yeah.
And of course, Captain Fantastic is brought on.
And so, jersey number 7, Dickens Otim, the left-handed middle blocker, is going there to take Emma Okia's place. He's going to start on the serve. He's going to start on
And
the
just
serve.
to tell you, W enjoys playing with Otim.
Oh, so you think that could be a W?
Yes.
W is jersey number 4, guys.
Yes.
You're out there and you're wondering. So jersey number 4 might have initiated that serve, that substitution to say, hey, bring Otim for me. You see Olom. And we see Otim communicating, saying, leave that line for me. Then you cover that one zone. Because Ongom will just finish the whole game attacking that zone until you block him. Which is good. It means he can see that the blockers have shifted and they've come more on the outside and
That's what I was saying. Just zone him off. Leave him with the line.
Oh, yes, I agree. The score now stands at 15-22 to Nemo Stars with that error coming from Wellington. But that's a comfortable lead.
Yeah, you're allowed to make a few mistakes. Of course, double substitution there. Warren Mohanji and Jonah being taken off.
I think that double substitution didn't work for me.
Yeah.
It really didn't work for me. I hope they practiced it. They didn't just think about it now. But also, you're allowed to reverse a double substitution if it's not working.
That's not, yeah.
Because Goom can come from the backcourt as well. Captain passing that towards, and they managed to block.
Yeah, it did not go through. He was claiming that it went through.
It was a good block actually by Sam. It was a very good block by Sam.
Agree.
But because they left that line open.
Oh, I think on the ball, I thought the setter should have given that ball to Goom.
I also thought the setter was going to give the ball to Goom. So it's like the setter is also making some decisions that are poor decisions.
No, you want to say that. Terrible poor decisions.
Well, yeah, poor decisions, I would say. I won't be terrible. I'll just say poor decisions. And Nemo is just having it easy, but their serves are really so good. You say that Smith is going to come and hard on that serve. And he gets an ace. 24-16 is the score.
It's a set point. And of course, Sport is failing to receive once again.
I think now I do have to say I doubt that it was a strategy, because by now they would have got the DJ in. DJ, that's the setter, Moses. I feel like there's something. Maybe Moses is not well. Maybe Moses is not injured, and they're not really telling us. But by now, surely everyone has noticed that Moses is not.
All those are Sport's players.
I do know they are all Sporters players, but I don't think he will throw away a game, especially with such a lead, to him on the bench saying it's a strategy, because clearly the strategy is not working. So whatever is happening to Moses, I hope he's well. And yeah. So Nemo has relaxed a bit here.
But I also feel, and I think I agree with what Israel Kolgaya is saying, the game is too slow for Sport's liking.
Which is a setting effect, both the setting and the passing. Because Moses, the difference is from wherever he is, if the ball is high enough and he can get under it, he's able to speed that ball up. So, but that's a mindset shift. By now they should know that this is, what's his name, Julia's setting, and they need to adjust. They might need to wait longer and then quicken their feet, but I feel like they're in their heads, they haven't mentally accepted.
And I also feel that the players are clearly showing it to the setter that
we're not comfortable. We're not comfortable, which is what is not needed.
Then that brings me to my next question to you. Why would the players show a setter that they're not comfortable playing with him? And secondly, maybe first answer that one.
Volleyball is more of a mental game, so it depends on what they talk about as a team and what the coach feeds them, but also their relationships as a team. So for me, it always comes up to more of how do we communicate as a team? Because at this level, honestly, all these players who are in, maybe 80% of them have played national team, and they should know that at this level, you just have to play with whoever is on
That's
court.
what I think. And now, secondly, why wouldn't a player also struggle to improve? Because I think this is the problem Julius is suffering from.
That's true.
Yeah, I think there must be a deliberate effort for him to say, well, you know what? I think I have to pull up my socks.
Okay, before we get to that point, the reps keeps decreasing there. We can see several continuous balls, several blocked balls. Nemo has also been caught off guard now, and Nemo closes it down with a block. So it's both ways. Yes, a setter can improve, right? But the moment the setter is there on court and they put the ball up, you need to do something. For me, it's not like we've seen Julius not setting. We've seen him setting.
Yeah, but you see, coach, we also have players nowadays who want measured balls. Like, I don't want it so high, not so low, not so fast, not so slow.
Which is why, for me, I was thinking Julius has been consistent in his slow sets, at least. The players should adjust because they're not giving him a good pass. Let's count the number of touches. Remember when they started, first ball, I said, oh, I see they have a relationship. And you even commented, you said because
they've been training,
which means that when he's given the good passes, do something. Okay. So for now, what is the first thing that I'll do as coach Sporters? Guys,
work on the pass. Okay.
If the ball is off system, then don't complain because the setter has also tried.
So those are the few takeaways from coach there. Work on the reception.
Work on the reception, yes. And let's see if Nemo Stars will continue putting that service pressure, which for me, I really thought we needed to see that from Nemo Stars. We really needed to see that because when it comes to their sets, we know they'll be high up there. And Sporters had some blocks beginning of the set. But once the service started coming, the game changed.
So 25-20, that's how the set has ended. Let us return for the second set.
Yes.
Of this particular final.
Paula saying Nemo 3, Sporters 0. We'll see how it goes.
Ladies and gentlemen, after this match, we shall witness finals for ladies between SCA and SCP Yakuma.
Welcome back to Nemo leads 1-0. We see the lineups there. Any change, but any notable change on these teams?
Yeah, I see Sporters has opted to start with, of course, Warren Mahanji. For the other outfield players, no significant changes. Warren is the significant change here. And of course, Nemo Stars, no change. They start with the same lineup that defeated Sporters in the first set.
Okay, we have a question. Nathan said, what does a coach/captain play in bonding a setter with his attackers? I feel like the coach has to literally, when they call their timeouts, they have to assure the players to say, you know what, this is what we need to do. And tell the player, for example, tell the attacking players to say the kind of sets are like this, without maybe saying, Julius or any other thing, but just pinpoint straight up to say to the attacker, the sets are a bit slow, try and wait longer. So you don't want to use names when people are playing. You want to use the correction of technique. But we see there an argument.
That is an interesting call. Yeah.
Because that ball was it on court?
Well, the referee says the ball was off court. Let us see that replay.
We have the ability to see on the replay. I hope they'll believe us when we tell them. That ball was out.
And that means it was blocked out.
The ball was out.
That decision from the libero.
And good making a statement there. Probably also because there is a change of setup. But when that pass was offline. That pass was offline. A good setting by the veteran there.
Yeah. I think one thing that has not run away from him is the setting.
Oh, true. But let's see what the movement does if they continue to put that pressure. And we see Agaba making a real mistake there. Well, that could have been an easy defense, but he's made a mistake. But also, Redmond seems to be more dumping. He's mistiming those balls today.
And that's why I agree with you that was an easily picked up ball.
Oh, yes.
Because he didn't have a lot of power on it.
Yes. And the service pressure still owned by Smith, but that's a good set. And a dump that is picked up. And Nemo is doing everything and anything to keep that ball defended. And defended by Agaba easily there. And a Dick set. And easy pick by Smith. Smith is actually a good defender, by the way. And the captain sent it out.
Interesting decisions.
So the second ref called a touch.
I feel the referee is overwhelmed with this game.
The referee is choosing to be overwhelmed.
Yeah, he is.
Yes. But also, who is the captain for Sporters? Because I see jersey number 4 going to the referee.
Yeah, he's the captain.
Oh, he's the captain. Oh, I thought captain was jersey number 7 or Tim Dickens.
So Tim is not on court.
Oh, okay. Oh,
that's on court.
Oh no, I know that rule, but I forgot about that. Because if you say they must be on court, I hadn't noticed who went there. But yes, that makes sense. But I would expect him to give that role to the younger ones.
No,
and
actually,
is over the block.
The setter, Odeke Moses, is the captain. Yes, but of course the general captain of the team is Otim. Yeah.
The fans are starting to make noise from both sides, and the referees are starting to get confused. Let's see what happens. That's a good pass, and George is defended there by the young man, and Sporters Nemo Stars get that much needed.
That was a very short ball, and Duke shouldn't have attacked that ball that way.
I've always felt like there's times where Duke needs to just get out of that box of being a young boy and see the space. There was space between the middle attacker and the outside hitter there. So what you want to do, you want to go the 9th meter of the court. George serving still well there, and another push there, and the captain says, I want to.
And you can see the tempo of the game is now up.
The tempo of the game is now up, but also the supporters are helping, because I still feel like it's not exactly what we'd expect. It's the fans for me that are really making it more. Yeah, the sets are good sets, despite the passes that are still shaky. But also Nemo is not really settling well. Their saves are still serving, going to the intended targets, but they're not settling in terms of how should they attack there. Another good pass there. And still not a dump for me.
Yeah.
Emmanuel needs to get his hands across and penetrate on those hands.
Madanda, I'm defensive when it comes to sporters because I support sporters.
Yeah,
Don't get offended.
I have told him that we need to just do commentary. Yes, we can support. We need to do commentary on both sides.
Guys,
Yeah.
sporters fan, leave me alone.
Another pass there going outside the 3-meter, but Warren,
Wow,
that's set. That's a good set.
that's a very good.
That's a good set. So the sides out are now coming despite the passes. So maybe now we can say, okay, the setter issue is almost over. But also, they would attack Warren's balls compared to his ball, because at times it's about who is setting. I mean, who wouldn't attack a ball that their boss has set? And
Very good attack from Esau there. Nothing much Warren could do.
like, he's like, why are you doing this? Why are you giving me this guy?
I think
What is he
he
going to
even
do?
chose the position he wanted to attack the ball.
Oh, you did. You did. I would set him all day, every day if they keep making Warren block there.
Yeah. But also, I should also be quick to tell you that Warren's block is not bad.
Well,
It's very deceitful.
we will see. Let's see what happens. A touch
He has
there from
he
Wellington.
has a very deceitful block. You know that kind of block where you just place the hands there?
It's called defensive block, but also you can only do that if the person is not as high as Esau goes.
Yeah, anyway, yeah.
Yeah. The scores are 5-0, and we see that pass nicely done there, and a tight set there. But like I said, the guy is very high. The guy is very, very high. That was
And you just observed what he did to Emma Okia there.
thinking Smith is putting those sets speedy a bit today.
He used Emma Okia's block itself.
Yeah, the sets are high, but they are speedy today. If you take a note. Oh, FC when the setter had really done well, and George gets a block out by Emma, and they get a break point there to lead by 2.
It's interesting. It's an interesting game now.
I hope you see what I told you, that for me it's the Sporters attackers who are being a bit cautious, except maybe for Hope. The sets have changed, the setter has changed, but still when they're not getting those side outs. That's a block out.
Ken.
Nemo is serving is serving strategically. They are thinking about their services. At times they are not putting much of speed on those services, but you can see that last save that they saved to Juke on the line. Let's see if Spotters will realize that. And okay, that was a strategy save, but Wellington is blocked just straight up there.
Since it went off, remember this is faster than this. This is YouTube. This is live as it is happening.
No, I said it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's going to get back. Oh, not a good reception from George.
And he used the same space right there. So it's looking better for Sporters now. As we can see, their serves they've started pressuring the receiver attacker who's in front. At this point, it's George, and managing to get him to pass off the intended target. Let's see how our Sporters passes this time around as they try to catch up with the 1-point lead by Nemo Stars.
Wellington on the service.
Good pass there. Warren didn't have to move, and you can almost tell the route that the middle blocker is going, and all you have to do is just pick that one side, because there is no way that he can last minute change and get his feet across, get his hand across the body. So I feel like that's poor blocking there by Bernard, but that's a point for Sam.
It's an interesting competition and a battle between the two middle blockers. Disappointing from George there.
I thought he was going to go all the way for it.
But I would understand. That was a very tall block. Goom and Sam. I think, but he would have done better anyway. He would have done better.
For me, it's the setter would have done better. That middle has passed from there. Just lift it up there, because the blockers there, if you look at it, they were way outside.
Interesting comments coming in here in the comment section.
I think futsal, if that's the correct name,
Yeah, futsal.
I think they pay for this stadium like for the rest of the season. But for us, at the moment, we're using it for this weekend. So you will see when we start our league games, UVS is going to put our banners on top of that. I do understand it's not really a good thing actually for our sport. But for this, because these games were supposed to be all played and completed in it didn't happen. Good blocking by Scooters, taking them to a 3-point lead there.
Coach, that is a very good explanation on the branding aspect, and you are very correct.
Thank you.
You are very correct.
Thank you.
And back to the game, interesting blocks. 2 of them so far, 2 in a row.
2 in a row. That's good blocking. Then we have to see some of these small things for people like Sam who played high level volleyball, celebrating that we're looking at an opponent. I think at this level, man, we are not just the things that are really sportsmanship like. In other countries, you get a card.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So, and I've never seen him actually do that. So to me, it proves that he's got pressure. Because Sam is always focused. Those are small things. But you see him celebrating like this. That's pressure. But it's good to see that sporters are back. Let's see what Nemo is going to come up with. What are they going to get from their back? But if I was the Nemo coach right now, guess what I'll do?
What would you do?
Put JB on court.
Oh. But you think Smith has not done well so far?
Not about Smith, but just to change the pace of the game. Just to change the pace.
Oh. It was supposed to be a very good decision. Unfortunately for him.
I feel like he really wanted to put it down. Remember that 9 meter that I was talking about? Yeah. My coach told me that's the first attacking principle. Attack the 9th meter of the court.
And here we call it driving the ball. Just drive the ball. Don't pin.
The setter has taken that ball and the libero chooses to go for George. Lack of control there, and the scores have narrowed down. Nemo has narrowed down that lead to 1 point now, 10-9. Thank you, Leon. We are work in progress. We'll continue.
Leon, this is a sporters page, and my bias is towards the sporters group. So don't get offended. It is a sporters page. They must know. Because you see, they over insist. Intend.
You see, Nemo has taken the points to level there. So it's 11-11, and sporters are 1 down in sets. But the game and the tempo has really improved. The service pressure is still coming on there. We see the libero have to set, and he gets that point because the block has slightly left a gap in between the net, and that was the captain George there. You can see.
Can you imagine they brought for him a 3-man block?
And it's a good strategy. Well, that is the idea. Save well so that you bring a 3-man block. But if you're the attacker, you also need to get through that 3-man ball, because if you don't, what are we going to do? And Bernard says, I'll continue dumping until I get blocked.
Well, he's blocking and he's scoring, so.
That's true.
For us who like hard hitters, of course, he's not giving us business.
Yeah. You can see Sam there saying to the team, let's go. So Sam has taken up that leadership role on court there. That's a good pass, and
But
Sam making a statement. Yeah. That's more like it. That's a sporters game. If you know that sporters are how they play, and you are to close down that middle.
I feel the Nemo blocker should have done better. He saw this coming.
He saw it coming, but last minute he changed his hand and went thumb up. He was anticipating that he was going to go across the body, going thumb down, but he changed his hand, which is good there from Sam. Those passes are coming very well, and
Very good defense.
And we've said it before, if you force him to go live, you will be able to defend it. And he's gone out. So it means Okia is still, Duke is setting well that block. And he finds Okia with the hands and you can't go to his zone where he's dangerous. And that gives Sporters a 2-point lead there.
I can see an interesting observation here from Kevin Atim that no one is jump serving.
I'm also disappointed with you. I'm disappointed with you, Kevin. At this level, we can't have two teams that make up the bulk of our national team and we fail to have a jump saver. How do you think?
I agree entirely.
Have you guys stopped Duke from jumping?
Duke had the problem. And I think
the problem?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that is why he is trying to preserve himself.
Okay, and what has happened to Ongom? Because he's also one other person who normally jumps.
Which normally jumps up. But I think it's also the tempo of the game.
Okay. Good pick there by the libero.
Oh.
And unfortunately, they couldn't set. Emma couldn't set it over. But that's a good fight. The scores are level now. So the trick with volleyball, where it went wrong, if you ask me, the minute Okia chose to bend his elbows thinking he's sending it over, that's why it all went wrong. If he had kept his elbows straight, it would have gone over and took his body down more.
So basically what you're trying to say is it's a technique in itself.
A technique in itself. Stay low, and that's why they say it in this sport. It's a good 1v1 blow play.
Very good.
So exactly what I was telling you. In his head, it hasn't registered that he's one blocker. I'm just going to use the power because look at it. There's one blocker there.
Yeah.
How did he not see? So that's some of the things we need to fix.
But personally, I'm disappointed in the attacker.
I'm also disappointed in the attacker. Yes, it's the attacker's issue here.
Yeah.
The setter did his best. Agaba passing well now, and another block there. I'm also disappointed with the attacker. Emma is not getting his hand across his body or thumb up. He's just going straight up.
But the time I've seen Warren set, I'm telling you, you'll be very disappointed with all attackers. Because Warren usually does everything he's supposed to do as a setter.
So Warren trying to confirm there, and Emma still saying, oh, I see what it is. Emma is a middle two-ball hitter. He doesn't hit quick tempos like the likes of Sam. He hits, it's a two-ball. We call it a two-ball middle ball hit ball. But now Warren, being Warren, is giving him that quick, which is normal. Because that's how you expect a middle blocker to move. Quicken your feet and get there. But while Emma wants a two-ball, he also moves slowly.
Slowly, yeah.
So that's why he's getting it when it's already low. So what do you think they are talking about right now?
And of course the gap, before you even get back to what they are talking, the gap is stretched to 3 points now, 3-point lead.
Oh, definitely.
Very sad.
Yeah.
And I saw someone here saying that this set may well determine who may take the actual game.
Let's see if the timeout is helping.
I suspected that they may
suspected that that will come through. Let's see how it works. Let's see if it's going to give him first ball because he has had Duke who has made errors. But I'm wondering why hasn't Warren thought of giving Gum?
Well, he has given him a few balls and Gum has killed them.
Okay, so he wants to play with other players as well. Okay, let's see how that goes. Pressure still on Agaba, who has managed to pass well, and Gum manages to dump that ball straight up. Gum is very, very high. Double substitution coming there.
I'm no prophet, but I feel that is not a good substitution at this time.
They look cold coming on board.
Yeah.
They look very cold, and the score is quite close, you know, and Warren was doing a great job, and Book can still come from that backcourt. But I would say maybe at this point they are worried about Esau going over the setter. So for me, I feel maybe right now they are not worried about any other thing except all they have said to Jonah, go and block.
You think they have brought Jonah for the block?
I think they've brought Jonah for the block, but let's see how he blocks. And they managed to get that ball.
Yeah, Julius. It's a very good server.
Yeah. So one aspect has worked, which is a good thing.
I do remember in the playoffs last season, Julius was brought on the serve. Oh my God.
The captain managing to pass that well and follow it with a simple block. And on Jonah there, he did read, but he didn't press on it. He did read that there was a pipe coming. 18-16 days the score, which for me, it's not really so much of a big deal. They can still catch up if Sporters wants, but
it's anyone's taking.
Let's see what Nemo's intentions are on that save. And to get that ace, I must say Nemo did their homework in terms of the service pressure. I must say, because we saw in the last set, Sporters changed and they put JB in, and they still went stronger on JB. Right now, Agaba almost had his passes good, but now they're serving him zones, and however, that one goes out. So they're serving him to make him slightly move.
And I can see here. Israel Kulga saying, as earlier told you, Smith on set, Nemo has a upper hand to win.
I mean, they have played with Smith for how many years, you know? So. There's a net touch there. We're yet to see those Sporters blocks. And we're yet to see even their body language for me today is not on. Their body language is not on.
Cold.
They look so cold. They look like they've already played the game. You know, I hope they do give us something here. And another overpass. And Willington, the big wing, puts it down. So we see Agaba calling JB to say, hey, come and help me here. That was a good drop save, but you see his elbows slightly bending the last second. If he had kept his elbows straight, because that's not a hard save to say, I want to cushion it.
Sporters today, not sportessing.
No, it's not sportessing today. It's not. And he sends that one out.
He will be very disappointed in himself. I think at this time when you're having such a good game, you're not supposed to even be serving off court.
Yes. Someone saying Tumukunde is very reliable on the offensive side. I think he meant
they can capitalize on him while on court.
Yeah, but we've basically seen most of the Sporters attackers, except for Sam, not being informed.
Yeah, they're cold.
They're really a bit cold. So let's see. We hope the setter can set him, and we see what he can give the team. So meanwhile, the difference is if Smith lifts anything up, because that pass was not a good enough pass, but they are managing to get the side out.
Yeah,
that's the difference for me, because there are several times where Sporters has tried serving well,
and the attackers are capitalizing on them.
Attackers are seeing what has the block done. Oh, they're just hanging their hands. I will just wipe off from them. Good pass there, the first good pass, and they'll go Sam again with that easy side out.
When did you last see Julius setting a middle ball?
I don't remember.
When he came on for substitution, he didn't set.
Since
now, it's the first time.
It's the first time, yeah. But you can't afford not to set a middle ball if the pass is that good.
Exactly.
So I think what I'm learning about Sporters here is that Sporters, if they are saved off attacking their middle, everything goes down.
Yeah.
That's what I'm learning. And you know what I mean by learning as a coach. Hopefully I don't get to coach this season.
We also hope you don't coach.
So the score is 19-22. Nemo with that lead there. Let's see if they can wrap it up or Sporters can come back. Libero easily. And there's a touch there on the box was going out by two.
The gap is only widening.
I agree, Israel. Moses is needed on this court. It's as if they are not wanting to adjust to say Moses is not here. for me, I feel like they can adjust, but in their heads, they're like, you know what, Moses is not here.
But I think now the decision to play Warren clearly shows that Moses is not going to appear on court today.
In set point there.
Set point, Nemo starts. I can see Blackbird here saying setters don't like setting middle balls. That is not true. And that is exactly what coach has been explaining.
Second timeout. For me, here is the fact that even Warren is on court, because when he's outside, I feel like he knows the boys much better. I feel like he can tell them better to respond to what's his name, Julius's set.
Yes.
So it's, for me now, it's the coaching. Not that I'm saying the coach who's there is not really coaching well, but I feel like it's about knowing the boys and knowing how to drive them at certain points, you know. And also the boys need to come out of their comfortable
zone, yeah.
Zone of saying, oh, Moses is not there, and do something out of it. We've got very strong attackers, Alan, Duke. They can do something with those sets, because the setters are really trying so hard.
I'm equally surprised that now that it is Warren setting, because I think all these boys respect Warren. But now that it's Warren setting, so what is not happening with Warren setting?
That's why the first set I told you, for me, I always take it back to attackers, but also because I've played that position of a setter. I will tell you, attackers, there's times where they literally give a game away.
Oh.
Their heads, they told themselves, the setter, until the game is gone, until they know that. But also the passes not helping.
And it is 2-0.
So that's 2-0, and maybe the one thing that I want to see is Nemo never misses the chances of going for ACC. Could it be God saying we need a Ugandan team in the ACC? It's been long, man. It's been long.
When was the last time a Ugandan team went for ACC?
It was Nemo. And spotters are here always, they're saying, oh, there's nothing to be won. There's nothing to be won, but I feel like it's everything for the players. The players are playing all year round. And I mean, you know, we don't make a lot of money from volleyball. So it's a bonus for these players to just travel. It's for me.
So according to you, it is only about traveling.
It is about traveling, but also a game change. When they come back,
I have not seen any game change. I've not. Personally, I've not.
For me, I would say the rise of Nemo was after
personally,
from ACC, their game from that time has changed.
Personally, I think that one of the reasons teams should go for ACC is, one, to be able to market these players.
But that's exactly my point.
But ever since Nemo has gone, it has not even exported a single player.
Well, I'm not making it about Nemo.
Yes.
I'm making it about
the teams that have gone.
If you want us to pinpoint, I'll start pinpointing spotters, but
yes,
this is not the platform.
Spotters has reasons, for example, why it doesn't go for ACC.
Nemo also has reasons why their players don't go, because George has been asked by players, but he didn't go. The first time I met George, there were several teams and I was there. What do you mean they have not marketed?
The point, what I want to understand from you is, why do you want to justify, why is it so important to go for ACC?
There could be various reasons, like you said.
Give me two.
Like you said, if it was my team, I would literally go, because if you've played it, you've earned it. That's the first crucial point.
Number one.
You play to earn, to travel, to go somewhere. That's the second one. Also, it's a different level of playing when you go out there.
Now, I want to disagree with you, because for me, I think it is not of any use going for ACC when your aim, one, is not to win. And number two, like I've told you, the first importance of these teams going out there is to be able to market players, these young players. Teams that are, and you can see from other teams, like the Chigali teams that go, by the time they come back, you realize that a player or two are being spotted and they're going to other countries. And now, for me, that is a plus.
Right.
Both the team and the country.
Can I also speak now? Right. Right now, the team that is supposed to go is your team, and they haven't gone. So who are you talking about?
And this is exactly what I'm explaining. The reason for them they're not going is because, according to them, they have observed and said, well, we do not benefit, it doesn't benefit the players.
For me, I'm not disagreeing with your strategy, but I do feel like players need to get that, because you are thinking for your players right now. You are being a bit selfish.
Maybe let me change it. Maybe let me change.
We don't want them to be marketed.
Maybe let me change it.
You're literally telling the world, for us, we want to keep our players here.
No.
That's why we don't let them go.
Let me surprise you. Spotters so far has taken 3 players out of the country, and they have never appeared at ACC.
It is okay.
So
It is okay.
the marketing is actually being done. Okay, the
So
marketing
tell
is
me
being
other
done.
reasons.
So for me, I'm trying to say is that going for SSC as it is right now is of no. Maybe the other thing I will hear from you is that for competition purposes,
I
that
said it.
yeah, that you've been so good
I
that probably you want to see another opposition.
wait.
But if it is about
Let me give you a last example before we give these guys a lineup. I am saying we wouldn't know right now where Sporters levels would be because they haven't gone for all these years.
I agree.
And for me, I saw a change in Sporters when they went to play in Kigali.
In Kigali.
When they came back, it was a different ball game altogether. So I can imagine if they've kept, because you've kept the team for so long. But I'm also equally saying, for me, and before I used to follow Ugandan volleyball, I feel like Nemo that 2 times they went to ACC, we started to hear more of Nemo even here, more of Nemo. That's how they built their brain. Then they started losing again. For Nemo, to be honest, it's an issue of they need to recruit more young players right now.
Yeah, but I feel there should be a different strategy for taking teams out there, and it should be more on ensuring these players are marketed. That's for me what I want.
That one, it's a true factor, and we both are agreeing on it. But for me, I'm disagreeing on you guys not taking. Back to the court, we have our lineups there. A change. Captain Otim Dickens, jersey number 7, has started this time around, and the same lineup for Nemo. 2-0. Nemo leads. Let's see. And we see Jonah has started in place of Alan.
Alan, yeah.
As an outside. And a defensive point there. And picked up by the libero, who's been so good, by the way. And ball out. Actually, it was Gum. I thought the KP had played the ball with the antenna.
That's what I also thought.
It's like Gum had touched the net. I don't know how the antenna moved, but it looks like Gum had already touched the net on that one.
Well, Nemo clearly showing serious intentions here now.
We've got quite a lot of questions with the debate that we started. We hope we can have time to keep you posted. We will focus on the third set, then we'll get back to you on timeouts. A save there, and that looks like a better pass, and that allows the defense from Nemo, but that's a side out by Sam. Sam, whatever Sam is doing, seems to be scoring today, which is a plus for Sporters, and well done to Warren for pushing that set to try and keep scoring on that middle. Jonah on the service line. Is Jonah jumping? It looks like he's floating. He's floating as well. And an off-system ball to the captain, who manages to take it down to the line, but easily defended, and but it was way in, and Jonah had already moved, and a net touch by Malinga there.
I did not understand that particular set from, and you can see they're having a conversation.
He wanted it to be a pipe set, but it was not communicated. Jonah did move, but the set came behind him. Yes, which could be another good variation, actually. It could confuse Nemo Stars right now.
The ABs.
Yes.
I remember them as we used to call them.
Yes. The pistol. And he misses a save there.
And just when he adds a little bit of power to it, it goes out.
It goes out, yeah. We can see quite a number of Sporters players clapping. I feel like they're like guys who are in a rush. And also Nemo, they're also talking about it to say, guys, this is it. Serving to Jonah, and Jonah passing that one comfortable. And Duke going above Ongombe. There was a popcorn jumping. Jumping meaning the middle jumped at his own rate, and the outside
and it jumped at
his own rate there.
And of course, if it's a player like Duke, kind of spot jump.
Someone saying let's go Memo. Is it Memo or Nemo? I think they meant let's go Nemo.
Yeah, they definitely mean Nemo. The comments here are very interesting.
We will get to the comments. Keep reading, then we can. Malinga going out there with that unforced error, and it's 4-2. I thought that was a good
and
save.
You can imagine who is blocking him.
Yeah. But that was an unforced error because there was space there to get on court. So, yeah.
Esau
missing that volley there. And it might be game on. Who knows? The scores are 5-2 with Sam really digging deep on those services, saying, I will take, if it means I'll take the team with my own hands, because we've seen him do everything to stay in this game. And he chooses a drop this time, and the libero thinking, okay, there's no one, let me get in there. A good block there from Otim, 6-2 there.
Combination with Otim and who? Gum. Someone is asking what's wrong with Redman.
Well, Redmond has been playing a good game actually. It's only that ball that he has dumped. At times, attackers feel like I have to vary the attack, but there's really nothing wrong with him. I've seen him get the blocks. I've seen him get the services. So let's see what happens, unless if something has changed and we haven't noticed. That drop serve working now, and Sam really showing that, you know what, I'm experienced in this game. And the blockers taking no chances there, and a timeout being called there by Nemo Stars.
And you know what I like calling those timeouts? First timeouts.
Yes. Teams go to ACC. It's better top teams to construct their playgrounds to play home and away to create more team fan base for clubs to gain. But if clubs have no away games, it's only federation gain. I don't understand. You want to?
Well, his argument is that instead of going for ACC, it's better clubs use that money, construct home grounds, such that they attract fan base than to West.
I will not comment here, lest other viewers who are listening, they crucify me. But you know what? We probably need clearance for land first, which we know might take years. I will end there. To go to ACC, it's better top teams to.
It's the same comment.
It's the same comment.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the same comment posted twice.
Someone is saying that I do not know what I'm saying.
That's a good pass there, and Redmond brushes that as well. Maybe Redmond is scared of the block now, and that goes on the bend, and then another block there from Otim. So Otim has started and is making that difference.
Are you seeing a decider here? Or it is too early to call out?
I think it's too early. In all honesty, I think it's too early. But I feel like it's better strategy. But while it's better strategy, I do feel like the Nemo guys are also slipping a bit. Seb is serving quite well, but they're really slipping. And Redmond has done several brushes on those balls. So we see finally they get a side out there.
You can see what Maxwell here is saying he has seen Nemo leading 2 sets, and then boom, other teams come from behind to win.
I mean, of course, it's volleyball. That's what you would expect. It's volleyball. That's what we would expect.
Call it games.
Yes, they call it games and sports, you know. And Smith is on the right place there, but he doesn't spread out his hands.
I think the energy is too much on that one.
Well, the energy is too much, but by getting your hands out, you're making sure that you're defending the ball. So he got out there and his hands were bending. Just get your hands out, because defense is definitely hands out. And the young men still enjoying that down the line shot blocker advantage there. And I like that Gum was there on that ball.
Yeah.
He just needs to have properly learned how to execute that skill. To me, it seems like it was just like, oh, my face. But if he had put his hands together, it would have come up.
Coach, you know safety first.
Oh, yes, true. The Sets are doing a great job.
I feel as though now the supporters' reception has improved tremendously.
Oh, yes, but that's why the setter is able to do those sets that are coming out very well. In 10-4 Sporters leads. You said you players should go to be scouted, and he was.
But there is no proof that he was scouted.
Excuse me.
There is no proof.
At some point in life, you just need to say, yes, that's
There is
true.
no proof.
The proof I am here. I'm from the University of Zimbabwe. We wanted him. If he didn't go, it's his own lookout. For me, I feel like right now you're just being defensive. But we see the score there still, and Sporters manages that side out there. 11-4 they lead. I thought the score should be 5 actually. Why is it 11-4?
is actually 11-6.
Yes, I agree. The score is 11-6 right now.
11-6.
Tim Dickens, the man who has come in and changed the game with his blocks, is serving now at the edge of, is it 38 or 37? And George uses that short block there. For me, that's a game.
But Smith made use of it.
Yes. And we can see the ball clearly going above that. But we want to appreciate also that Warren did jump.
Yeah.
He doesn't go down to say how high, but he will go up there. 7-11. That's a 4-point lead. Serve going all over, and I might have thought here that was a setter decision because they had gone to block Jonah. And obviously, if you set a set, look at that. They are all there, the three of them. So that's the previous point, yes. 8-11. Duke passing well there and outside. And Smith is managing to get those block touches, but they're going out. He's not squaring up his body, as you can see. He's facing slightly tilting on the outside. Slightly tilting on the outside. The outside hand should be the one higher. A drop save and captain takes it. And oh, what a peak. Okay, has gone out. There was no block right there. Gum is down. The hope is okay.
Seems someone.
No, it was the group of the court. You see those groups that I always shout about, that I always say this court is not safe. He stepped there because there was no one close to him. If you're joining us, Nemo is leading 2 sets, and right now Sporters is leading this set.
There was a trip. Yes.
If there was
yes.
No, not with Batman, with his own player.
Maybe you could get that replay. There was.
And then we went to play. Duke is passing well, by the way. How did he manage to go?
Yeah, very good set from the Nemo libero.
Maybe the blockers needed a bit of patience, but also that was a good zone by the libero. Oh, he went in the middle.
Yeah.
He went in the middle. The outside blocker swept, and there was that seam in the middle, and the score is narrowed down to 2 points right now.
Yeah. This is the second time the libero is doing exactly that.
This is the second time. I'll call a timeout because they're the big league. At some point it was 7-2. I'll call a timeout.
I am also starting to agree with people who are saying it is a 3-0.
I think the Nemo libero has done a good job today, but we need to see if Sporters are gonna try and get themselves up. That's a good pass the middle. That set did go out. It came to his face instead of going straight. But I would have thought that would have been a middle set right there. And Nemo has leveled up. Yet we had thought this set was almost going to go Sporters' way, but we need to see.
It's not
again. George hits the ball out. That was out.
Get the ball out.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think the game is starting to be interesting. The adrenaline, yeah. Another unforced error there from Redman.
Yeah.
And Sporters is back on a 2-point lead. A 2-point lead. Don't worry, commentator listeners, if you hear as if I'm alone, I'm still here with my colleague, but at times, if it doesn't go, it becomes shaky, but he's still here.
I'm watching and I'm following the game.
So 3 unforced errors there, 2 by George and 1 by Redman. Could they be panicking? Yep.
I can see Nathan Nemo saying, I repeat, Nemo Libero is a good recovery setter. I agree.
And finally, we have a jump setter now. Jonah has changed. He says, you know what? I'm going to jump. And he misses this one.
And there goes your jump service.
He has scored 3 points.
Yes.
He has scored 3 points from that jump service. So kudos to him.
Who is that sports guy with a huge what? Stomach.
That is Warren Spotters himself. If you want to know who Spotters is, that's Warren. Something must be up with Moses. They are refusing to tell me. So that's why you see Warren on court today. And that pipe attack refusing again. I feel like Warren should just send that ball to Sam. And you can see Sam is a bit frustrated right now. Jonah has just come on court this set. And Sam has scored about 90%. I don't have the correct stats. But if he has missed a few, definitely he's the right man to go to. It's not like they're going to block him. But if they block him, well, that will be the first. And one level now.
From the libero and the receiver attacker, Duke.
And one level now, 15-0 in this set that I feel Spotters needs the most. I feel like Warren needs to be coached right now. He needs a reminder as well. And I hope the coach is free to coach his own boss. You see, at times that's the issue with having a boss. You see? That's what
this is the beauty of games and sports. You can coach anyone.
And Duke gets a 1v1 block there.
Yeah. A much needed one.
A much needed one, definitely. And I also think Ongom really overrated himself there because there was one blocker and he needed to see that space.
Well, it's a payback time for Duke. He also faltered one.
Oh, yes, he did.
Remember?
Oh, yes, he did. I remember that. Their setter is there, but Albert is really not telling me. But I feel like maybe he's not well. To be honest, one thing I would assume is he's not well, but I do feel like it's not a secret. I feel like we should be able to know that a player is not well and wish them speed in the answer. And by the way, maybe so that I tell you viewers, as a commentator, I knew that he's not well, but because it was not my duty, I didn't want to say it. And now
but I actually earlier intimated to it that he's not okay.
Yeah, but it was off camera. You needed to be the one saying he's not well, but I've said it.
Okay, but he's on bench. He's not okay.
He's on bench,
yes.
And Duke gets the needed side out there, and they still lead. We see, is that a double sub?
I think I've come to realize what that substitution is doing is basically to rest Warren.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because for me it hasn't worked. And this time around,
Mose is not playing because of egos.
What's egos? Ego.
Yeah, egos.
No, but why would we have an ego? Why would a team have an ego? They are losing. I agree.
Then there is over-assuming things.
I disagree.
Mose is not okay.
Yes.
Mose is not okay. And any player who is not okay, I can tell you, for example, that Mose
and Esau plays that one out.
Mose did train yesterday, but he has been unwell since Tuesday. So the team did not want to take any chance because of one trophy.
Let's stop talking about Moses. Spotters is here. They're playing,
and that is the point.
Yeah. So
we're at the job. Yeah.
Julius saves there, and that pipe attack doesn't work, and the ball goes out.
That is terrible from Esau. You can't do that.
I don't think
do the basic thing.
So wait a bit. That ball wasn't for Esau. Wait. Esau is on 4 attack. That ball is set towards pipe attack. Esau actually came to save a crisis from the setter. Let's start here. That is poor decision making by Smith.
We have moved away.
No, we didn't talk about Smith. Start with Smith.
No, I'm talking about the player who has the ball near him. The ball has reached you. You've reached the ball. Do the basic thing. Give your team an opportunity to defend.
Did you realize he was not well positioned? Did you realize he had opened to hit a 4 and they had to come back?
He could
So
not
he's off balance.
both hands.
Well, I wouldn't know, but yeah, I feel like Nemo right now needs to just stick to the basic things. Smith needs to find how comfortable he is to set certain sets and to get those balls where he's comfortable. And we see a 3-point lead there by Spotters. Julius, by the way, has come in and served very, very well and made that 3-point gap, which is definitely when you put in someone to serve and they serve that way, it's a good substitution. It has worked. What the coach did has worked. The carry is charged there. So Julia's serve is working well.
And see Smith there calling for a substitution. That's an interesting one. Smith himself has said, take me off.
It is okay, it is allowed because they've not passed to him several times. So he feels like I have pressure. For me, at times, that's growth, that's experience because you know what? He has been moved several times trying to shift for that ball. And we, as a setter, you've received a lot of balls. So we're saying, you know what? I want to breathe. I want to breathe as well because he's really played well in this game.
Let us see what JB does.
Yes, let's see what JB does. But let's see first how the pass goes because Julius has saved very well. And that one pass there and he gets it right. So it has went one side out, 17-20. Let's see if Spotters can maintain that 3-point lead. The blockers are not squaring. They are blocking facing outside and they are jumping too early. They're leaving a seam. So really for me, it's like there's no block there.
That is a good confirmation from the setter.
That's a good confirmation. But now that's the setter that you were saying earlier on. Oh no, he said. And then at some point we changed again. You're like, I think it's the attackers. So I see today you've also been swerving from decision to decision. For me, at least, I knew it was a pass issue. It was a serious pass issue, but Spotters comfortably leading now. And a freebie again, middle, and that's it. You get those good passes, you use them. And the score is, the gap is now 5 points.
5-point gap, yeah.
The captain going on the net there. So there's been really a lot of unforced errors. Besides the pass is not working, a lot of unforced errors there. But one thing to take note of is that Spotters didn't serve hard. They just changed their serve targets and they went to the receiver attackers who seem to not have noticed that they have to pass first before they attack.
Interesting play.
Good defense is there, and the captain goes out. Someone, Jasmine is saying the commentator are just confused.
I am watching what they are saying.
They don't. What's going on? Some of them expected a lot, but you never. Okay, maybe if you rewrite your statement, I can read it well. Right
What
now,
they are saying that they are responding to the comments I made in Indeji.
oh, okay,
Yes.
okay,
That considering that I was saying that Spotters is definitely going to win.
okay. So Nemo finally getting that point. 18-23 is the score. A save they're going to. I feel like the play is all over. Both teams not quite settled, and George finally getting a better of those Alan hands there.
Yeah, and considering George's kind of wisdom, it was an easy one.
Yes, and who he was blessing as well. blockers tend to not let their hands stay on that penetration. They tend to play as if it's a double block. They go tighter in two movements instead of
their
going
arms straight.
Yes, instead of going just that one movement and
I think
your hands stay there.
that's exactly what you want to say. Is Goom. Goom puts his arms out straight, protruding to the side of the opponent.
Another player is Onapa from KBC. When he gets those blocks, if you picture them,
Yes, yes.
he will go and you can literally take a
Exactly.
picture of those blocks.
And you see, they take advantage. It's good for players to take advantage of their height.
Oh, definitely.
Jump.
Yes.
You are a high jumper. You are tall. That block out there.
So, a first timeout there by Sporters. Nemo reducing that gap to 4, and the Gracious on the service line. And what I would say Sporters has done well is running those middle attacks and the passing, of course.
I've actually been seeing our team enjoying those middles.
And that's
You want to say something about that one?
there goes the boom, boom, there goes the boom. I live to see if Sporters happens to take this set, if Julius is going to start or Warren is going to come back, because now I do see the difference between Julius and Warren.
Warren is there.
And Julius, when he gets the passes, he's able to make that movement earlier than Warren was doing. But also the difference that JB, has brought in as well. So let's see what changes are going to come through. And that was a set issue. It was not an Ongome issue. That set was way going out.
I also thought it was too high.
All right. Nemo goes down and the sets are 2-1.
So we are still here, basically. That's what you're trying to say. And let me take some water.
Go ahead. I knew you needed water because it's I was doing commentary alone.
Yes, we are going to the fourth set.
All right, the starting lineup there. Warren, the team that started the third set for Sporters seems to be starting. And then for team Nemo as well, we still have the same lineup.
And I think your question is responded to. You were wondering whether Julius will start with them.
Yes, yeah. So it seems Julius will finish the set,
Yeah.
at least I hope.
Mhm. Someone here is saying that is Delhi Frankenstein is saying even if Sports does what today it won't work.
Let's see what happens. We normally like saying it's not over until it's
Definitely.
over. But those were asking if the temperature was increasing or decreasing or freezing. I'll be honest with you, my guy here, his temperature was increasing.
Coach, definitely you don't want to go to that direction.
He was increasing, guys. If you hear him quiet, just know he has pressure.
That is there now. Eric Mondo saying, I see the game ending 5 sets, and someone is telling him, where are you getting that from?
Side out by.
Do you remember a similar point like that from Gum in the previous set?
I've quite forgotten that one.
There was a similar attack.
This young man has played well today, and George gets a side out while Jonathan Tumukunde touches the net. That was an easy one for George.
Which young man were you talking about? The libero.
Yes, the libero for Nemo.
I think he has been exceptional.
For Nemo. Is his name what? Brian? What's his name? His name. Brian is his name. A good pick there by Smith and Warren. I almost said it the first set that he set for Boom. I almost said from where I am, it looks like he's wrapping his hands and then pushing them up again. You see that? The hands delay and he's taking it up. I like it because from where we are, we're able to see a replay, and that's why we never really get to argue as compared to the people on court.
That is true.
A good pass there. Oh no, an overpass actually by Duke.
Maxwell wants to order for juice.
Thank you, Maxwell. Thank you. We got water though. The captain's serving, and when we say the captain, we're used to talking about the captain both for the national team and in Nemo Stars. But by the captain, we mean George, and the scores are 3-1 in favor of George. That serve is coming in with a lot of power, and they've gone back to their target, who is Agaba. I think he needs to think about it way early. He needs to think about those passes. He should try and not want to take them to the joystick, like to the intended target. Just try and get them high as a start of getting yourself back in that game.
Well, they have changed him.
Okay, they've changed him. Let's see, but I don't think JP is also confident enough. A better pass from Duke there, and a dump that is missed as Smith tries to keep moving, not seeing that they've actually taken that ball.
Yeah, but I also think that it's the fault of Esau. Second balls. Huh?
Well, it depends because this is not side out.
Management is give the set a chance.
That ball was too low.
I know.
That ball was too low. Middle. Oh no. Pipe, and George sends it. once.
Wow, it's nice.
Tumukunde takes it once over. So Tumukunde is going in and change this game in that it's now him and Sam who are showing intention of wanting spotters to get back to this game. You can see his sense of agency whenever he plays, not his sense of agency in terms of rushing, but in terms of the way he applies himself to his play.
You know why Warren is holding his head? There was
Serving to that young man is the wrong idea. And a good pick there. And a block there. And so I was serving to the young Brian is the wrong point. Yeah. But also I feel like only going to the line is the wrong decision as well. But we've seen quite good defenses from Tumukunde.
Yeah.
Two defenses actually.
Yeah, the backward coverage.
As well, yeah. And they didn't have to do anything until Nemo had their own error. And now the scores are tied at 4-4.
No sooner had you said something to the young man is a bad idea.
No, it still is a bad idea. It doesn't
Once I was not listening to you, he insisted.
it doesn't rub out the fact that he has passed well. This
No,
is
he has been good. He has been good, yeah.
Yes. So let's see if Tumukunde will still target him, and if this young man will think the ball is out or the ball is on court, because that was the decision that he needed to make there. That's how he missed it. Spotters takes the lead there. That was a good save, and Esau gets on those hands. There was Sam trying to not to show it, but the ref saw that one, and we can see they're talking about the pass there. I think the young man that was passed, it's just those two balls, because the saver has been, I want to think, so yeah, blame should not really go to him, but they have the side out that they needed now, but the scores are level. That 4-1 gap has been changed side out game to Nemo, who seemed to just be Sam chooses to dump, and there's something that I've also noticed. Sweepy sets are not going to the intended, like to the where the sets should be basically. So it's kind of puts
the attacker, yeah.
Yes, the attacker off position. So that's why he's just going there to roll those balls nice and easy. But they got the much needed break point, and now they lead 6-5. Good pass there, and not one of one there.
There is an interesting battle between these two. Omom and Dio.
I wouldn't say an interesting battle. They need to think. They need to think. It's not a battle. There's no battle here. They are just not thinking. Omom has been blocked once. This boy has been blocked way too many times. He needs to think. He needs to apply himself and think. The ball stayed a bit on his hands there. That's why they are probably charging that. But I would have expected better from him, unless if the sets are not comfortable. Because the first one he could have gone to his one zone, but he chose to go back. That's how they were able to defend him.
And I'm seeing Obluk David saying if Warren is still playing, he also wants to return.
He's still playing, and he's really playing very well actually. He saved us the other set where we saw Julius finishing. And Tumukunde passing well. And we see that Smith now knows what that young man is going to do. And they get punished for that. No, uncomfortable for Ongom. Another uncomfortable one for Ongom, which I think did
Finally,
I think so too. I think so. 9-5 is the score to Nemo. We saw a couple of sets that were really not on the right zones for both the opposites.
Yeah.
That's why Gum was deciding to dump those balls.
the goals, yeah.
Could hear people complaining, but from where I am, I can tell the sets were not so good. And Redmond gets an 8.
Of course, spotters failing to receive.
and Sporters has called for a timeout there. We see a lot of Sporters players has now come on the line to talk to the players, to talk to them, and we see they're talking to each other, taking this, telling each other this is urgent, boys.
I can see someone was into it. You see? They're telling him, they're talking to him, they're telling him the ball you're setting.
I saw that. And they're telling the ball you're setting is very low.
Yes.
Yes, it could be, but the boys are scared to tell him.
And you are wondering, you're the one saying, is there anyone who can coach him? He listens.
So I didn't say he doesn't listen. I asked the question. I said, is there anyone who tells him?
Well,
it's a good sign.
yes.
It's a good sign that people are able to talk to him as well. But I feel like the players on court also need to be able to tell him, especially the fact that he's open. Because the players should not have that those reservations not to be able to talk to him.
But I agree with you entirely that I think Sport is also missing Moses.
Yes, it is.
But it is also an eye opener.
Yes. Someone is asking about Rukundo. Rukundo played for the Tigers, and I did talk to him personally, and he said, Coach, I'm getting my fitness back. We see a side out there by Sam, and they get that 0.610.
And of course, Rukundo is also now a Tigers player, at least for this season.
Oh, really? To me, he had said he's trying to get his fitness back.
No, for this season, he will be a Tigers player.
Okay. 6-10 are the scores, 10 to Nemo, and Sporters is saving now. Same on the box. Let's see what he does. And Esau passes that right on point, and George goes on the pipe, and the ball is on court. That was a 9 meter. 9 meters.
Yeah, it was a good
9 meters.
a good strike. And let me hope Ongom will not attempt a jump service. He doesn't.
I doubt at this point he will attempt a jump service because he hasn't done anything of that sort. Not last weekend and not this week. And a block there, and it's on court. And we see a big wheel there being lifted up.
Someone here saying Duke looks totally out of the game.
I was about to say, I feel like Duke needs someone to come and help him.
Yeah.
I really was about to say Duke needs help right now. He's, for me, I would say he's being a schoolboy right now.
Yeah, it's
Being a schoolboy, so we need someone more mature. And Emma is there on the bench.
they even did that substitute. They brought on Emma,
Emma was coming for opposite the other time. It was a double sub.
but they can bring him on for
I think so. I agree. Let's see what Duke does now. And he goes line, but he just dumps it. And Esau is looking for the ground and he's blocked.
Yeah.
The set was tight, and then he looks for the ground. So it means you're on the blocker's hands.
Yeah. I think it is the Sports management needs to quickly substitute Duke. He will cost them. He's not functioning on the block.
Yes.
He's not also functioning on the attack.
The Sporters take, not management. I'm joking, my friend. But yeah, we need that's a matter of agency there. Comfortable pass for George. Will he go mid or no? He goes out, and Esau chooses to dump, and they get punished for that jump. No, the young man is right at the 6 meter there, and Esau again. And this time around, he finds the court. So they're really using that short blocker of Warren, and you can tell they are putting a double sub. I would have thought it should have been a double sub because I feel like they're gonna need Duke they're gonna need Alan for Duke. I really would have wanted.
So don't think it is right to not
just
remove.
get Julia straight to Warren.
It is wrong
because when he's in front, he plays his role. Now they'll have to remove them. That means Warren will have to stay forever. But let's see how that goes. Esau on the service line, and another overpass. And another overpass, and that ball did it go on court? Yes, it did go on court.
There is something I've thought about. Probably these people think that Warren is failing to set accurately for Duke. I think it's the reason they have instead left him on
with
Julius. That's what my mind is telling me.
Okay, I agree to that. But will Alan be able to play that role of opposite? He managed the other time, barely managed, but let's see.
Well, there is Jonah.
Oh, there's Jonah. Okay, I can see them switching. And Jonah gets an instant block there to reduce the score to 4 points, 9-11. Yes, it will work for these rotations. However, when they're both in front with the setter, one has to pick a zone. Alan should have penetrated on that block. Wellington telling the blockers there that I am looking for Duke clearly, and let's see what he gets out of that. And he goes, and he gets what he said. The defenders are going in and out, and they are both getting one from Wellington there, even as the scores are 59. Let's see where he goes now. He goes to Jonah, and Jonah says no, and that's. I feel like our team should have just hit that ball. There was no one there, but they still get that point from elite. Yes, they get lucky. Yes.
I feel that the gap is huge, but if they don't allow Nemo Stars to reach 20 before they get them, they can get something.
Oh yes, there's a way that Nemo, you know Nemo.
Yeah.
There's a way that if Nemo leads you by 2 points, as they get to 20s, covering that gap when it comes to their side-out game really becomes hard. But we've seen some good saving there from Nemo. Let's see what our team does, giving the pressure to the KP, but that block is not watching. That block is not getting their heads over there, and only getting his side out easily there. Yet that ball would have hit the bench, but it's looking good for Nemo Stars. It's really looking good. I mean, after that full game, everyone really thought, oh, it's over. But I'm happy to say that I did say that, you know what, teams need not to be complacent and based on the group stage games. And Jonah gets that ball easily. I had missed that from Jonah.
Yeah.
I had missed hearing that.
A clean hit, yeah.
But I missed hearing that sound. You know, whatever it's called. I missed that from Jonah. Sporters looking so stable right now. Nemo looking so stable right now. And when you look like they're psyched up for it, that's the difference. Whilst I don't feel like Sporters is seeing the need to hurry. Nemo knows we need to wrap this up, and you can tell they are.
And I can tell you, if it goes to a decider, it will be a different conversation altogether.
Yeah, but now for me, it's the fact that Sporters doesn't look like they want this to go to a decider. They're not showing that. Whilst, you see, these guys are doing the thing. He's seeing the space, he's seeing how the blockers are moving, and he's going right where there is no block. And 17-11, Nemo could be heading for ACC. I know they are one team that takes the opportunity, and we live to see. That's another good save there, but it goes down, and a net touch there before Sam could hit that ball down. Jonah is there, and his intention is to jump, and he jumps, but he sends it to Brian. Brian has been doing well, and George gets a point. He missed his footing right there, but fortunately the ball was already down, and they do their Nemo celebration going. And 18-12 still in a comfortable lead. Sporters is still looking very low for me.
Yeah, they are.
You think?
They are struggling, really. They are really struggling.
I'm really trying my best, Arsenal Kingdom. I'm really trying my best to talk about Nemo. My apologies if I seem to be talking about Sporters. I thought I had done my part to really talk about Nemo, the things that they're doing well, the things that they need to do. But I'm sorry if you feel that I'm talking about Sporters too much.
Suppose that.
The scores are now 13-18. And as we said earlier on, that Nemo, when it gets to these points, it is hard for any team to come back, especially if they are leading. And they've been passing very well, actually. Another pick by Jonah and another defense there. Like I said, the awareness of Nemo right now is on point. And another pick there. Let's see where this time the set goes. Pipe. And the captain gets the ball on that 9th meter.
Someone is asking how many teams qualify for SEC. There are 2 teams that qualify for SEC. Actually 3 teams can qualify. 3 teams. 3 teams can qualify for SEC.
And that ball goes.
Yes. Yes, there was a touch.
And the ref says there was a touch there. We need to see. I like the fact that Wellington is saying, guys, let's calm down. It's just 1 point. Let's calm down. From where we are, we will not be able to see if there was a touch or not.
It has the potential of disorganizing you when you.
It is, but the score looked comfortable.
When you have a comfortable.
Yeah. Another good pass there from George. Is that a side out? And the ball, someone touches the net when the ball had gone out.
The referee is the net there.
There was actually a net, and even Otin, you could see him saying sorry, team. One of the few ones that I've seen pass Brian, but that was a good set and a good attack by our team. Good set by Warren Bay. One side out is all they need because they've got a gap of they lead by 5 points, and that is Nemo Stars.
Ongom right on it. Yeah, I think Ongom is playing really well.
Yes. Something seems to be happening there. We're not hearing, but we can see the players complaining. But the captain George saying, guys, it is okay. Good set there. Good set there. That's a good set. That's a good set. There goes Nemo, and Wellington we've seen having a couple of paces. Let's see what Sporters has. Do you think Sporters still have anything that they can get out of their bag right now? Because right now I feel Sam is even going down. I feel it's only Jonah left in this game. It's only Jonah who's like, I want this so bad. But on the other side of the net, everyone at Nemo says, you know what, let's go. And that ball goes out by Jonah there, and 22.
I also feel the set was not good. It was too close to the net.
Yes, it was. The timeout, I think this timeout is late. This timeout is like
Yes, to rest.
I agree, Darren. Nemo today had a better game.
Yeah.
They were focused. They were psyching up in all the aspects. Whereas I think Sporters was a bit complacent. Whereas I think Sporters came into the game thinking about how they were leading when we left Leje, but also thinking about how they won the other game. But also with a setter who they're used to down, which is not an excuse. I feel like, yeah, really Sporters today didn't do their homework quite right.
I agree. I think Sporters were too confident. Too confident on the deck. And it's one of the reasons. But of course, the reception has failed them.
Yes, definitely.
They have missed the setter.
But also the attackers haven't shown that agency. Like they're just complacent. Like, I think complacency sums it up. While we have Wellington serving quite a number of aces, and look at those sets, they're all going over. And a good block by the captain, George. And that sent us to, is it match point?
No, not yet.
That sent us to 23-15.
23-15.
23-15.
Yes.
Wellington has made it a point that he stays on the service box.
I can see Betty Nagandi saying, how am I? I'm okay. It's a well-deserved win from Nemo.
Another good serve from Wellington. Can Jonas send it, and it goes through his hands? Yeah. Yes. So that's 16-23.
Someone here saying only walking on water can make spotters win at this point.
Betty, when the mighty captain shines, Nemo, you're slaying today, Betty. We're slaying, but we still at 2 points. We wait and see how they wrap it up, because right now it's Otim Dickens serving for spotters at 16-23. One of the few saves that Brian has missed, and a good pickup by Jonah there. Warren will go underhand, and Jonah chooses to go the simple way, and George will dump it. Someone is there to pick it up. Let's see. And almost a good pick by Ongo, but it goes astray.
Doing the things you don't like seeing.
Doing the things that I don't like seeing. I don't like a player celebrating facing the opponent. Why? Give your energy. Share your energy with your teammates. If you're celebrating facing the opponent, it doesn't get you anything. It doesn't pay.
I agree.
If you celebrate facing your team, you're giving them the oomph, George, I'll pass and I'll follow it. George also doing the same as well. But that's a good hit. That's a good hit, honestly. So, look at that takeoff. Everything done correctly. The takeoff, the approach, look at that again from the slower that we have here. Look at that. Shoulder back and right. There is no block. That's where I'm going to go. But the disadvantage I see is the short man blocker.
The short man, yeah. But it was a one-on-one. Was it the one-on-one?
Yeah, it was. It was.
I don't know where they got the confidence.
And Jonah uses his hands.
I don't know what Clifton is typing. Please make your comments more readable.
All right, people are already celebrating. Nemo is that's a lot of match points. 6 match points there. Will they get it on the first one? Not yet. Will they get it? And Brian again, but that defense goes under the net.
But Brian for me has been exceptional.
Brian has been the MVP.
Yeah, he has.
Brian has been the MVP. We hardly ever get Libero MVP, but I agree.
Yeah, he has been totally exceptional.
So the match points have been reduced. They've reduced now to 5 match points, 19-24.
But I mean, like someone said, only walking on water can change that. That 5 times.
Warren chooses to drop that one. Redman will pass it and will drop the kick and go down. Champions of NCC. Something that no one can see excitement. Can see Smith there. After all the stuff that he's gone through, he's celebrating. Smith is crying. Did you know that Smith is emotional?
Yeah, he's very
emotional.
And this is like the 4th title for Nemo in the National Club Championship.
So Nemo has done it, and
the new champion after a 3-year hiatus.
Yeah. My friend, that's true. It's bad. It's our people that have shipped them.
Yes, congratulations to Team Nemo Stars.
Congratulations,
winners.
Nemo Stars. Congratulations to Coach Tom. Congratulations to George, the captain. we have seen, we have commented. Well done to Nemo and tough luck to Sporters. Viewers, thank you so much for watching the 29th edition of NCC.
Yes.
And Nemo has won it 3-1.
Yes.
I will leave you with my colleague.
A very good, comfortable win for Nemo Stars. Hard fought although.
Oh yes, definitely, definitely.
On a night where clearly Sporters did not turn up. We shall let the viewers observe the win and the celebrations as we come back.
Oh yes, George was bloody, but my MVP is Brian the Libero.
To all the fans, please relate to witness another final for the ladies between SSB Kumba, Castle Unitary, SCCA. But as for now, team